everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. It's Pride Month in various parts of the world and it's nearly the end of the month and I haven't done a piece of art to celebrate that. So I've decided I want to do a drizzle and then a swipe and then balloon kisses. Using a lot of the Mont Marte Supercell paint and also just the Mont Marte pouring paint. So the colours I'm going to be using are the colours of the rainbow. So starting off with red, which is the Cadmium red by Mont Marte, which is Supercell. I've then created an orange by mixing the red and the yellow Supercell together to get that beautiful orange. Can you see that? Yep. And then I've got the Supercell bright yellow, followed by just the ordinary Mont Marte pouring paint ultramarine blue. Then I'm adding a little bit of the global purple because that's as close to indigo as I can get that I've got. I did try and mix one, but it ended up such a different colour, far too dark. So yeah, it was just going to get too hard. And then the Mont Marte violet, which is very close to the violet. Yeah, surprisingly enough. I'm also going to put a little bit of the Mont Marte Supercell gold in there just because I love gold and you got to have a bit of gold. And it's kind of yellow, isn't it? So I'm breaking the rules a little bit there. And I'm going to swipe over with black, which is the Mont Marte Signature Lamp Black, which I've mixed up as a cell activator with the Australian Floetrol, and it's very quite thick. Now I've done it thick because you can see there it's actually leaving a little mound. Normally the cell activator that I would use wouldn't leave a mound. This is leaving a small mound, and we'll just see how long it takes to fall off the stick there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about the count of 6. So yeah, it's just that little bit thicker because I want it to be that some cells will break through, but a lot of them will stay under. And I'm going to bring them up by using a balloon to bring them up to the surface. So that's what I want to do. So without further ado, I am going to start laying down my paints. Now I'm just going to use just like a chevron effect. I haven't laid down a base because I'm going to have enough paint laid down with doing all my colours here. I'm just going to mix them all together, so I won't need a base, but normally if you're doing one of these you could put down a base if you wanted to. And I'll leave that until I've got the other colours down. So this is the yellow, which is called bright yellow. And then the ultramarine blue, which I love the ultramarine blue. This is a brand new bottle and I haven't opened the top yet. Don't you just love it when you think you're all organised and then you start to do a video and you discover that you are not organised at all. Here we go. That's better. It's beautiful blue, that one. And now the purple, which is indigo, close enough to indigo, hopefully. It's a bit hard to differentiate between that and the blue, really. And then the violet. Or variation of. See some of those supercells already selling up. And now some green. Made this green by mixing up, actually I didn't mention the green. I mixed two of the Mont Marte pouring paint greens together to get this green. Forgot to mention that at the beginning. Just as well I didn't forget it altogether. As you can see, I'm filling up all those gaps anyway. And now finally I'll put on the orange so it can sit on top. Nice and bright. Try and fill in any of the little gaps with this. Wherever I can see it gap, I'll fill it with orange. And there's an artwork. I could sell that for millions of dollars. I wish. Just like that. Might as well use all the orange up, seeing as I haven't got it in a bottle. So that was made out of 2 of the Supercell paints mixed together. Okay, I've pretty well covered all of that. Make sure my edges have got enough paint on. I can fix those up at the end. So just tilt that around a little bit. Just get it to go over the edges. Okay, very good. Just fix up the ones where it didn't go over completely. How did I go at the back there? Oh, pretty good. Okay. So the next step is to do my swipe. So I have this large, it's actually a spatula, and I'm going to spread my paint onto there, all the way across the back. Now I think this is when I'm going to actually put some of the gold onto the spatula. I can do that with one hand here. Just put that little bit of gold on there so you can see. Just about run out of this gold actually. I just ordered some more. Right. Now I'm going to swipe, just get that out of my way. Just going to swipe virtually straight down the middle, and then I'll just do the sides after to match them up. So hopefully, just lightly if I can. Okay, clean off my spatula. Oh, look at those cells coming up. Now I'll just do the edges there with, I think I'll just use a plain card for that. Be easier to control probably. Oh no, my other little spatula will do. I like this little plastic spatulas. So I'll just put a little bit more of both of those onto there. Try not to pour too much on the gold. And I'll just come down the side here. Okay. And then the other side. A little bit less of the gold, I think. In fact, I might just leave that without and better put a bit of, come on. Just a couple of little bits. Okay. Right, look at those cells coming up. Wowzers. So much for them not coming up too much. It was because I put the gold on there. It's a last minute decision to do it that way. And so the cells have come through more than I would have thought. If I had just put the black on there, then the cells would have only come through a tiny bit, and then I would have brought them through with the balloon, but it's going to be good anyway. In fact, it's going to be great. Let's be positive. Okay, so I'm just going to now hit that with the with my heat gun. Actually, it's a brulee torch. And that will help some more of those cells to come up. And I'll just let it cook for a minute while I go and get a balloon. Okay, so I've got a very squishy balloon. It's been blown up for a few days, and I just wanted it to be small because it's only a small piece. This is just a 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre canvas. So I just want to do some very small little kisses on here. So they will keep developing. So I'll just see how I go. I'll just do one over here. I love what you get on the bottom of the balloon there. They're going to be really pretty. So I'm just pushing into anywhere where I see a group of cells to get these beautiful little rainbow fireflies or flowers or... Oh, they're lovely. Very special, aren't they? See, that one there was where not many cells had come through, and that will start to develop now. Just get rid of that line a little bit where I had to do the... Oh, that one's lovely. I really love doing this because you just don't know every time you press it in whether you're going to lift up and go, oh, that was nothing, or whether you're going to go, wow. Mostly wow. I don't want to do too many more of the little balloon kisses. Oh, that's better there. Sometimes you just need to go over them again. See, I went over that one again. Look at those colours that came up. That really is the rainbow, isn't it? It can help to bring up even more colours when you go over it the second time. Got a nice bit of green then. Don't want to do it too many times though, otherwise they can go a bit muddy. Oops. I'm not going to be spinning this out because I haven't got a huge amount of paint on there, and it will sink into the canvas and dry, I'm sure it will. Where do I need any more? Another little one up there, maybe down on the corners. Okay. So what I want is for these little fireflies or flowers to then get cells coming off them. So as these cells start to come up, the little fireflies will get more and more cells sort of off their little petals or wings or whatever they are. Shall I do one in there? Or shall I leave those? I might leave those. So, the next step I want to do is to get my skewer, just the pointy end of one, and I'm going to join up some of these, not join them up, but make them into little hearts. But I want to just use my torch first, just to bring up any more. Now, if you're using a brulee torch, please make sure you've got a fire extinguisher in your room, because we don't want any fires. You never know when you might set something on fire. I never have. I did come close one day, actually, I tell a lie, I did. I had some baking paper actually down underneath my piece to help clean up, and a big piece of it had sort of folded up, so it had a torn edge, and when I did the little brulee torch, it just caught fire on that little edge there. Fortunately, I was able to put it out straight away, but it could have been a lot worse. Okay, so now with these little cells, I'm going to get my skewer, because you all know how much I love to modify things, and I'm just going to take it through and drag it away like that, and it gives you that beautiful little heart. So what I want is a lot of little hearts everywhere, because love is love. So this will probably take me a while to, I won't do it with every cell, but I'm going to certainly do a lot. So if you want to fast forward, feel free. But I know there are some of you who do like to just sit and relax and watch the process. And I greatly appreciate you doing that. How cute are these? So it's just wherever I'm thinking, oops, that one didn't quite work out. Wherever I think there's some nice ones. Here's a nice cell that's full of lots of different colours. And even on these little tendril things, I can drag some little hearts there, like one there. There's a big row of hearts there. So they don't have to be individual, you can get a whole little row and just draw through the little rows. How pretty is this? Oh, there's a big bunch there. Okay, probably got just about enough little hearts in there. These beautiful little multicoloured cells. So there's no Floetrol in here, I don't think. Might have been there would have been a little bit in the Mont Marte dimensions that I used, and the global, a little bit of Floetrol, but most of these cells are from the supercell paint. But that little bit of Floetrol would have created some cells as well. I wanted to just do it with the supercell and the Mont Marte pouring paint, but I just didn't have anything that was the right violet or indigo. So I had to use the other colours. Alrighty. Right, so now I'm just going to use my heat torch again. To see if any more cells want to pop up. Definitely bringing some more cells through. Oh, here's some yellow coming through, which is good. A bit more yellow over here too. The yellow seems to be responding to the heat and now coming up, whereas it wasn't there very much before. Let's get a bit more of that up to get a bit more brightness into it. The supercell paint does have a little bit of silicone in it, but as you can see, I haven't caught fire to anything, so but do be careful of that. Should I give that another little balloon kiss now? Let's see. Just a very light one. Just to redefine the shape a little bit. Now those colours have come through. Just want to get the reds and the yellows to come up more. I suppose I should have put more of them on the top. Not a lot of the green either. And I know I did put the green near the top, so you can never really tell what's going to come through. Okay. I'll bring you down for a close-up. So here we are with this beautiful, bright, happy piece for the Pride Month, all in the rainbow colours of the rainbow. Don't know if you can see all of them. They're all represented there, but I'm not sure that they all came through, although probably pretty close. So here we are. Oops, it's having trouble focusing in for me. There we go. So I've got my lovely little balloon kisses, those lovely little hearts that I've made from the cells. And it's just a really pretty piece. This would look beautiful blown up as a, 80 centimetre by 80 centimetre or something like that on the wall. You can get those canvases printed out online. And sometimes when you do a small piece like this, you take a photo and you can send that off and get a print made, and they turn out absolutely beautiful. Had a few of those done over the time. So there you go, guys. It's a simple one to do, and with very pretty results. So hopefully you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.